What up, George?
Yeah, I had a problem. I had to take care of it. So,
What's going on with DoorDash?
sure. I don't know. They're fucking up tonight.
George, I wanted to tell you I'm really sorry about earlier.
Well, okay, I get it, but I mean, it's like you've been acting different ever since you've been in the inner circle.
George, I don't know why you keep saying that when all I've been doing.
I'm saying it because I feel it.
How?
And I'm trying to downplay it, but it came to a, it seems like your whole attitude has changed.
George, that doesn't even make sense. I literally call you and tell you what people are posting about you every day.
Right. But when I want to discuss it or give me at least 5 minutes or something, I understand it's your grandma's birthday. I get it. That's great. But I mean, you told me Sunday that day, and then I didn't know. But that's neither here or there. I don't. That's fine. I mean, that's your family. I get it. But then I'm calling you again, and then you can't call me back, and whatever. I mean, I'm not. I'm very acute or very attuned to my surroundings. I'm very attuned to people and how they are. And if people's attitude or people's disposition or attitude changes, I'm very attuned to that.
George, I call you more than most people would ever care about calling somebody.
No, but you sometimes get a little, uppity. And sometimes you get a little bit anal for no reason. You come at me, and I'm asking, well, I have a family. Okay, well, great.
Because George,
I'm not a mind reader. It's just your attitude sometimes gets really bad.
Yeah, because
it's been that way as recent.
George, have you ever thought about that maybe you're some of the problem there? You'll literally text me over and over to call you, and sometimes I can't, and you'll blow up my phone.
When you drop something on me, and if I need to discuss or need to say something, then, I can't talk. You drop it on me, and then you can't talk.
Well, just because I'm texting you about it doesn't mean I can immediately get on the
phone. Well, I understand you can't talk during the day, but during the evening time, about maybe like a few minutes of your time, but you don't. It's just, I don't know. It's not like, anything that...
George, this whole
weekend,
recent. I was busy. I had something to do every single night.
Okay.
And that's not my fault, but you can't just insist on people and
get I'm not insisting because, because the minute the arrow points at me, then I'll just, I'll drop the whole kid and caboodle. That's the way I look at it. I have been very nice to you. I like you a lot. I'm fond of you. That's why it hurts me when you do that. And so then I get to a point where, you know what? That's what you want to be. That's fine.
George, sometimes you snap at me too, and I don't go off on you about it.
Well, okay, but it's been a build-up now, and you kind of got off of me. Yeah, of course, I'm going to go off because I am in my emotions. I'm dealing with a lot of stuff. And my emotions, and because of all this stuff that keeps going on. And the minute that I see something pertaining to Jamie or something pertaining to Jamie from some, and I have to, and I'm in the middle of something where I can't, and I'm trying to drop what I'm doing. I want to know about it. But I want to know how the hell to deal with it. Of course, I couldn't find it. And I've asked 4 other people, whether they could find it, and they couldn't find it either.
George,
so, I don't know what's going on.
I looked at it. I was trying to text you, and I told you, I said, why don't you go into your Dolores account, log in, and see if it's on there, because they might have blocked you.
Well, don't you think they would block me if they know about Dolores? They'd block that too?
I don't think so. I would think they would have just blocked you from, flagging
Well, I have a lot of stock accounts that you don't know about, not just Dolores.
Okay, well, you could have used one of those then.
I did.
Well, I don't know, George, because I saw it when I was going on there and searching it. It comes up. It still comes up.
Okay. Well, they've obviously, I don't know what they know about they don't know all my stock accounts.
I didn't say they did.
Well, I went in there and I didn't see anything and got different ones that I use, I didn't see it.
I was just trying to tell you yet again what was going on.
But all I was trying to tell you is under the circumstances, since the situation could be true, that they could have blocked me, is just send me the link. And then you say, I don't know what you're talking about. Or I don't know how to do, I can't do that. Why don't you just just send me the link?
How do you send a link on there?
Well, yeah, but I told you, copy and paste. But you didn't, I don't know.
I'm also doing other things. I'm stopping what I'm doing and then...
Well, I'm okay, but you're telling me about it. and
Well,
I
George, you
can't
didn't
see
even
it.
tell me that you had gone on your other accounts and tried to look it up and couldn't find it.
I've already, I thought, I'm pretty sure that I did, but okay, maybe you didn't hear me, but I did. I looked at the other accounts, and I looked through the other accounts, and I couldn't see it. So, and I even had my friend in Germany look.
Well, George, sometimes when I'm doing something and you're texting me telling me that you can't see something in a clear screenshot I've sent you, or that you need me to stop what I'm doing and send you stuff that you can easily do yourself, it's kind of annoying.
You don't get it, do you?
I'm not trying to be rude, George, but
well, you came. Okay, apology, but to rehash, not to rehash, but to I guess rehash. You came across that way. Now you've already apologized. Fine, but you understand that when you come across like that, I'm going just to freeze up.
Well, that's probably why I've been getting a little annoyed with you lately, because when you come across like that with me every night on the phone, I'm going to get mad.
Well, I'm not coming across like that you on the phone. You tell me something, I'm inquiring about it, then you can't say anymore.
George, you do sound like that on the phone.
That's all it is.
I'm inquiring about how you talk to people.
What?
I don't think you're aware of how you talk to people.
I have treated you with kid and gloves, so I don't really know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you are.
You know I'm under a lot of stress, and you know my situation. So therefore, and then you tell me something, and then you drop it. You tell me something, and then you can't say anymore. Then I've got to figure what's going on, and I've got 4 or 5 things going on at the same time, and I'm trying to, So I'm asking, and you can't be bothered to even, because you're too busy. Well, fine, I get it. You're busy, but George, you told me that's fine.
I have other stuff to do. I can send you a text about something. Sometimes maybe you'll have to go look into it yourself a little bit, because I can't always be.
Okay, well, but when I inquired about it, and then you went ballistic. When I inquired and I told you I can't see it, I'm not seeing it, and then you just went fiery ballistic, and that's what pissed me the fuck off.
Okay, George.
I'm taken this. I'm to a point where I'm taking a role now that, and I don't know. People, how can I say this? When people know that you need them, or then they feel like they can turn around the niceness. I've had other people try this on me before, where they feel like that I'm at their mercy, where I need information or something like that, and then their niceness turns into like, well, I don't have time for this. So that's where that because that has happened before to me, and I get to a point where I don't play that game. Now I understand you're a busy person, you have a business that you do and all that. I get all that. You have other people you talk to, you have a family. I get it. But but for no reason, when I said I can't see it, and then you're just, then Houston, we have a problem.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. Do you ever listen to the way that you talk to me on the phone or over text, and think that maybe you sound rude too? I could turn this around right back at you, George.
You know what? I listen again. You know as well as I know that when you're in the midst of texting, okay, sometimes you see things get misconstrued. So when texting is a different thing altogether. I'm driving, I drive for a living, and my voice messenger is not working now. So when I'm in the midst of trying to do this and this, and I'm texting, and then and then the phone keeps changing when I text. That's the problem within itself. So if I'm texting you and it's like I'm like, demand or ordering or demand, that's not the case. But that's generally what it is sometimes when people text. Now, texting and then downright out saying something that, just downright out saying something where, a blind man can see, then that's a little bit different. When I say, hey, look, can you go ahead and do this? I mean, it's not like I'm telling you to do it. Because I'm in the middle, just go ahead and send the link because I just said you're to try, meaning I'm not telling you, I'm asking you. That's it. It's not like I'm trying to command you or demand you, so that's what you're trying to say.
Sometimes you are demanding. You're sending me like 5 text messages back to back in all caps saying "call me," that is demanding.
Well, I said call me because I wanted to.
That tonight. You've done that before.
Well, yeah, because when I said that before, it was very important. I wanted to figure this out.
Well, George, what I usually try to do is, since I'm busy during the day, I try to send you whatever's going on, and then I try to call you at night. Well, I understand this,
but when I said you called me, it was during the evening hours.
It doesn't matter. When I get home and stuff, I have things to do. That's why I usually call you at night. It's just
what I'm saying, okay, when I call you, it's usually when I call you, it's only during the evening. That's giving me a call. I mean, it was obviously I wanted. I'm not going to take up the whole. I mean, but it's been very calls have been very brief and very short, and that's fine. Maybe over workload, but then when I have to say you got 5 minutes,
our calls have not been that brief.
5 minutes of your time, and then you can't even you can't even give me 5 minutes. Like you did the other day. That's I don't know.
Probably because I was busy, George.
Okay. Well, look,
just like when you're busy, you can't talk.
I don't know at this point. This shit's going to be really pissed off. I'm under a lot of pressure. I'm under a lot of stress. All this shit is pissing me off, and I don't need to compound the extra stuff. And if you don't want to do this anymore, then say it. I'll. Maybe it's probably best for me not to know what's going on, and then that way, if they do something, I don't know. I'm caught with my pants down. But maybe it's best for me not to know. I don't know.
You ask me every single day what's going on, and I try to tell you.
But if you don't want to do it, then say you don't want to do it, and then we'll sever it.
It's you, George. You're not nice sometimes. I'm trying to help you, but you got to change your attitude or something.
My attitude, I have been nothing but nice to you.
You're sometimes nice, or you're really rude and demanding.
Okay, I've been nothing but nice to you, and if you feel different, then maybe we should just not speak again.
I don't know why you don't maybe take...
No, maybe you and I should not speak again, because, I mean, there's really nothing you can do for me. I mean, you really can't do anything to help, and there's nothing that's been done, your friend, seems nice and all that, but it's really nothing I don't think you can do, or he can do. So it's just the situation is more compounded and more shit, more stuff that goes on.
He's been working on it. You now blocked me from Facebook, so he can't even...
Well, no, because you really pissed me off.
Okay, well, there goes
you pissed me off. You really did.
Well,
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm being frankly honest.
We were on there, though. He's keeping an eye out on that Facebook, so, that's something else now that he can't even look at.
Well, what I'm saying to you is I need to cool off, because I'm still kind of pissed off. All right. I don't know if there's anything that anybody can do. I don't think there's nothing anybody. The laws are screwed up, and the laws are totally screwed up. I'm going to have to take the law in my own hands, whatever the case might be. I'm going to have to take the law in my own hands. That's what it seems like, because nothing else seems to work.
What you need to not do is say to me, of all people, I've been talking to you for this long now, and you're just...
No, but I mean, I'm treating you... I have treated you extremely with kid gloves. I'm extreme, and even when I want to blow up at shit, I don't. I try to bite my tongue.
But, George, you have before, and you do a lot, even over text messages. I don't think it's right for you to...
You can't take a text message... Well, look, you know what? No.
I don't think you should...
You're not following me about a text message. A text message can be misinterpreted.
No,
you know that as well as I do.
Well, even your voice messages have been rude sometimes. What am I missing?
Well, no, my voice... but when I feel like, when I feel something ain't right, then I'm going to question it. When I feel like something ain't right in Denmark, I'm going to kind of just send that vibe right back. And I've been trying to bite my tongue.
Even when I'm being nothing but nice to you, you've sent me voice messages being incredibly rude.
Okay, well, no, that's okay. Well, that's not true.
See, that's the problem.
And all I do is defend you. All I do is defend you to these other people that think that you're trying to, pull something. I defend you all the time.
Yeah, because it probably would.
So I don't know how you can sit there and say that.
I've sat here over text and I told you, I said, listen, I'm sorry, I did snap at you earlier, but for whatever reason,
and I've accepted your apology. So now what are you trying to do now?
For whatever reason, you won't even say, yeah, maybe sometimes I'm rude too, or maybe sometimes I come off as being harsh with you too.
If you have been attacked for most of your life, then you would be this way too. If you have been, when you have been attacked in every category, the way that I have, you might be this way also. So if that's the case, I'm sorry, I still know the difference between who's who. And I treat people the way that I would want to be treated. And I believe I have done my utmost best. But like I said, and I'm an honest person, I believe as of late, there's been something not right.
That's because
late, there's been something not right with this. Just a little sarcasm here, a little sarcasm there. And I look at it, okay, well, she's working. Okay, yeah, she doesn't have time to talk to me. That's fine. But, whatever. So you can't sit there and say that look, let me tell you something. I appreciate it, and I go out of my way by, thanking you and saying thanks and talk to you and all that. But I know it's like, okay, it's just as recent, just maybe about the past month or so. Recently, it's just been ever since you've been in the inner circle. Ever since you've been
I've been in there for months now. That doesn't make sense. I've been in there for months.
Well, ever since you've told me that you've been in the inner circle.
That's been months ago now, and we've been talking and everything's been fine, except for recently because I felt like you've been kind of rude.
Well, no, I'm not rude, hon.
So
I'm not rude. That's contrary. Contrary. I am very aware of everything, and if I'm under a lot of stress, and then, hey, but I don't take my stress out on someone that is not, who's innocent and that's not a part of the reason why I'm stressed. But
I'm not just getting mad at you for no reason, George.
No, I'm not taking my stress out on you. Okay, but when you tell me something crucial and I feel like I got to talk to you, I mean, hell, during the day you tell me, and then I got to. When I type something, I can't use the voice messenger now because the damn phone is fucked up until I get a new phone. So when I'm driving and talking, and then I can't text, and then the damn phone keeps changing what I text, it gets really frustrating for me.
That's because I usually try to call you.
And then when I'm, I have to wait, till the evening, and then when you can't talk to me during the evening, and then you can't talk to me hardly at all during the evening, and then I'm okay. Well, and then all right. So then I'm wondering, okay, what's going on here? We know about this, we know about that, and then okay, she's taking on a heavy workload and all that, and she's doing this and doing that, and but then I'm just when I say, hey, hon, I need 5 minutes, I need 5 minutes, and to talk to you on the phone for 5 minutes, and you can't even give me that. I mean, yeah, I bite my tongue and not say anything about it. But I know it's just
sometimes either on the weekends I have last minute plans. Sometimes I'm usually not able to talk on the weekends.
Well, that's not right. I understand that you have a life. We all have a life.
But typically, we
all have a life. Maybe because I mean, at one time it wasn't. Well, you did your own thing, but I guess when you were around Paul, you were able to talk to me. Now I'm not. When you were around Paul, you were able to talk to me. Now, since Paul's out, that's just fine because I don't really care for Paul. But then,
George, I've had more going on. Me and Chad's come into the picture. Also, me and him are arguing right now. Probably why I got a little annoyed on the phone with you earlier.
Right. But so that's between you and Chad. Don't take it out on me. I appreciate your apology. Don't get me wrong. But don't take that for future. Don't take it out on me. I didn't cause that argument.
Okay. All right, George.
I'm under a lot of stress. I had this bozo flip on me, and I've had other things happening which you have no knowledge of, which I don't want to get into. So it's been a multiple day from hell. And I try to diffuse it as much as I can. But when when I'm overloaded, I'm gonna eventually go off. And it's nothing that I again am very respectful, and to a woman, I try to be very respectful to women because I love women in general. Okay, it's just people like Angela and that meth bitch are the ones I like to slap. But overall, I believe in chivalry. I believe in respect toward a woman. Okay, I just don't like when. But I mean, whether it be man, woman, or dog, or creature, or whoever, just stop. When there's something ain't right in Denmark, and the signs are pointing something ain't right in Denmark, usually there is something not right. Now, whether it be something that's going on in your life, okay, I get it. We all have issues. We all have problems where we need to kind of push away. So that's fine. But when you tell me something, and especially when you tell me something during the day and I can't really, and then so I have to wait, and then when I really need to talk to you about it, and then I can't even talk to you about it the normal times that I have talked to you about it, that's a little frustrating. Again, you have a life. You're busy. You have more of a workload. I get it. But,
yeah, and I try to call you as much as I can to tell you what's going on. I'm not just sitting here and not.
But I know you're not sitting there. I know that.
But if I had 5 minutes to call you, then I would. It's not calling you. It's a problem. It's just I have things that I do when I get home, after.
But when you drop something on me, especially when you drop what you dropped on me when I was in the library, I had to drop everything I was doing myself. And then I needed, whatever. Or something the other day where I really needed to talk to you. Something I really needed to talk to you, and that's what I needed to do.
Well, I know, but this weekend was, I really wasn't even on my phone hardly at all. I had people over. I went out a little bit, celebrated for the Halloween weekend kind of a thing with some friends and all of that. So it was just not a good weekend. It was kind of like a holiday weekend for me.
Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. But but please do not ever say that okay, well, that's your interpretation, so I really can't tell you how to, that's your interpretation, but don't think that. If I'm going to react to something, it's basically upon being someone being that way to me or being nasty to me.
I know.
But I try to be my, I don't know. I've said you get what I'm saying, so I don't feel like
I know. The reason I said that, George, and I'm honestly, I'm just probably not in the best mood today, and so it's but it's just sometimes when you, I think, are under a lot of stress. Sometimes you can sound like you're taking it out on me. I'm not saying that you are, but sometimes that's how it sounds. So that's kind of what I was saying.
Imagine walking in my shoes for a week. Can you imagine that?
No, I get it, George. I'm just
But can you imagine walking in my shoes just for 1 week? Do you think you can handle that?
Probably not, George. Honestly.
Okay.
I just sometimes get annoyed because I am trying to help you, and sometimes I feel like you take your anger out on me.
Well, just remember, though, that, okay? Before you, if you think so, just say, hey, but just remember what I just told you. Remember that. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself ask yourself that. I have a lot of anger. I have a lot of anger within me for just reasons.
Yeah, I get it, George. I do get it.
I have to relive a lot of stuff that I don't want to relive. I have to relive the stuff I don't want to relive, and this is what gets me even more angry. I don't know. I really don't think there's anything that your friend can do. And I don't think there's anything that you can do. If you can, great, because I know that you got your own lives, but I don't think there's something you all can do. And it's because, I don't think there is. These bitches are getting away with murder. They're getting away with murder. You want to know how many calls I've got today? How many block calls I got today? I've had about like over 40 calls today.
Jesus Christ.
Okay? Tyler and that fucking bald-headed guy, those two are getting very vocal. I don't give a goddamn about what he thinks he can do.
Well, this is why I send you all the stuff that I do during the day, and I usually plan on calling you tonight, because there is a lot. There's so many new people that there's just something new all the time, and I can't help that, but I would think that you would like to know.
Well, I understand, but this Tyler and that ball-headed group are the two people that really are getting on my nerves now. They've been calling me nonstop. They think they, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm not impressed. Don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then of course, and Anthony with his shit.
Yeah, I know you sent me that thing earlier, that gross picture.
So, again, these are the reasons why. This is the reason why I do. Now, I haven't even looked. I haven't even answered my phone. Or I haven't even looked at these. I mean, there's a bunch of fucked up shit.
Well, the thing is, though, George, is, I get that I made you mad earlier. Chad is busy a lot. He has to do whatever he needs to do for work.
I understand. So the man is working for the government. He works for the government or the military, whatever he does. It's not, he can drop. I mean, I get it. He probably.
He does want to help you. I just,
Yeah, well, I mean,
I think he maybe could, but I don't know. I haven't, like I said, we're kind of arguing right now, so I don't. But I do know that he used me and him were both looking over your Facebook. That's why I was worried when I saw these fake accounts. They're creating fake accounts, and they might even create another one. Who knows? I have no idea. But now I have no way of even looking over it for you because you blocked me.
Well, I got really angry. So there you go. Need to cool off. I mean, I probably need to cool off. No, I know. I knocked one down.
I know, you told me.
And they put another one up. That's what they do. But none of my contacts can see it. And I went into my other accounts and I can't see it. So it must be a hidden account.
Let me look right now, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's coming up for me.
Well, I don't know why they can't.
It literally says, I can read it right now, under your name. Woo, baby, I'm causing all this. Local Richmond celebrity looking to fill dirt, woman's shoes. So, it's definitely on there.
There's a way you could say impersonating a friend, and then you show my link and say impersonating a friend, which you already did that, right?
Yeah, I did.
So you did that, and then what did they give you a response back in a few hours? So what did it say?
No, I don't. I mean, I did that like not long ago.
Does it have any friends?
Let me look. Hold on. See, George, this is why we needed to look over your Facebook stuff.
I'm just saying, does it have any friends?
6 friends.
Or any, huh?
6 friends.
Who are they?
George Kristen. It's another account with you on it. Evan Anderson. Coco Be There. Huh?
Trolls. Who else?
Alphonse Di Lorenzo.
Yeah, we know who that is.
Yeah, Carl Jenkins and Billy Baxter.
Yeah, all trolls.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to go in a minute, George.
But who created the page? You know?
No, I don't know this one.
that's ridiculous. It's absolutely.
I will say, George, it would be easier for me to text you on Messenger. I don't know what we're doing about that, but
let me cool off, okay?
All right, that's fine. I'm probably gonna go ahead and go since it's almost 10. I've kind of had a long weekend, kind of tired. But yeah, just I'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, let me know what's going on because I need. I know that I've sent you a bunch of these emails already.
Yeah.
Get to him, and I need to know what the game plan is.
Okay, I need to finish reading some of those too.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, George.
All right, hold on. I'm running GPS. Hold on.
Okay, George.
This phone is really funky. I don't know what the hell. That's what unpredictable this phone does.
What's it doing?
I don't know. It cuts off, or like it's fully charged and it's cut off, and it's just bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I can hear you on the phone, but I couldn't ever hear you on the messenger.
Yeah, that's the way it is for any message. I gotta probably get rid of the phone, and I gotta probably get at least a 10 or something.
It says, it keeps just saying on, I know you said you unblocked me, but it says, it just keeps saying this person's unavailable on Messenger.
I don't know. Maybe it's a 24-hour period of waiting. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
That's fine.
No, I was hot. Like I was hot last night. So.
I told you I was sorry, George.
But I understand that. I'm just telling you that I was really hot. Just like you had a bad, I had a bad week. Hold on, where did that damn charger go? God damn.
George, this Casey stuff is pretty serious. They've been talking about it all day.
I have reached out to Casey, and I told him what was going on, and he's seen it. I know he's seen it, but the bizarre thing about it is he hasn't responded back to me.
George, so, I told you, after seeing...
I know you don't like Casey because Casey doesn't really... he doesn't know you and you don't know him. Casey and Kevin Ellis are both looking out after me because they know I've been burnt too many times. And I understand they don't know you the way that I know you, but you have to. But you have to admit, I've known of you for 3 years. We've talked.
George, that's not the point. He did.
Hold on. I've never met you. That's the only thing is why haven't we met yet? At least on Messenger or at least on Zoom or some kind of form.
It doesn't. Have you ever? Okay. Well, did you read what I sent you about him? Because I haven't even mentioned him. But after I read, he literally did a study about cyberbullying.
I saw that.
And
I told him, and he hasn't saw it. I could tell where he saw it, but he has not responded back to me, which I find kind of interesting.
Yeah, because it's kind of weird to me that he reached out to you, and yet he has this background about that, Especially because he tries to act like he's helping you about these trolls and stuff.
He said, she said, he said, he said, she said, she said, he said, she. It's like, God damn, give me. I'm just telling you. Fingers point this way. Fingers point that way. He's pointing at you. Now you're pointing at him. Everybody was pointing at Roger. You all were pointing at Roger. That was a no-brainer. I was just too damn stupid and too good-hearted, to give that guy a break. He's just he's loose-lipped. So it's a ring around the rosy, tunnel full of posy, catch a painted pony while the circus wheel goes round and round. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sick of it.
Yeah, I know you're sick of it, but it's kind of, that doesn't even make sense. That's his background, and he reached out to you, and now all of a sudden he's trying to help you.
I met him the same time I met you. He was the one met him, and it was a situation where he told me, "Hey, you ought to write a book." I said, "You know what? I'm thinking about it." And a year later, I did. He said, "You ought to write a book. I'm a publisher." Or he never published it, but he said, "I can help you." He actually took the time to help me with it. So
yeah, and they were all saying that if they were saying, I'm not saying this is true, I'm saying, but in Discord, they were talking about how he has a background,
I know what they said, and there's nothing wrong with the damn book, okay? It's got some typos, it's got some grammar. We went over it, I went over it, Kevin went over it. That book is perfectly fine. They're just stupid. It needs some adjustments, minor grammar adjustments, minor punctuation. I think I did pretty damn good for the very first time, never writing a book before. I think I did pretty fucking good. So I don't give a goddamn what they said. And I'm not going after you. I'm not trying to, scream at you. I'm just telling you the way it is.
Well, I don't know if he'll mention it to you, but I know that he's gotten, quite a few comments, or people have reached out to him today.
Okay.
Well,
maybe why he's not responding to me. Did he respond to them?
Not that I know of. I saw the screenshots of what people were saying, which I sent you.
Yeah, well, that's what they're trying to do. If they can't do this, then they're going to try something else. If they can't turn this person against me, they're going to try to get somebody else against me. That's what they're notorious for doing. They do their damnedest. Well, we got Roger now. Let's go after Casey. We got Roger against him. Let's go after Casey. Oh, did we get Kristen? Yeah, we got Kristen. Kristen doesn't talk to him. Let's see who else in this camp we can go after. That's pretty much how it boils down to.
Yeah, but if you listen to what they're actually saying, it doesn't make sense that that's his background, and all of a sudden he randomly reaches out to you. Don't you think that's a little weird?
Maybe he started this thinking about me. Maybe he started it, secretly, and maybe to think about me to try to get some kind of answer to other people. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, he never told me that, but never really told me that. But it's not. I'm not angry at him. I kind of think about it for a second. Well, if you're telling my story or you're talking, why don't you tell me? But I'm not too. I mean, maybe that's something he was working on and he didn't want to tell me. I'm not. Oh shit! Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm not too concerned with that. But yeah, it is kind of.
Well, there's also common knowledge that all the companies that he's worked for have been scam or profit private colleges that cost tens of thousands of dollars a year with low graduation rates, George.
Say that again?
I said it's also common knowledge that all the companies he's worked for have been those scam for profit private colleges that cost tens of thousands of dollars a year with really low graduation rates.
I wasn't aware of that.
I'm telling you, I know that you knew I didn't really I didn't care for him, but
well, I know you don't know him, and he doesn't know you. Well, you don't know him.
It doesn't matter, shouldn't you?
So you both need not to go. I mean, it's not a big deal. Let's back up for a second. There's some things he and I are not bosom buddies. I'm very grateful that he helped me. I'm very grateful that he took the time to help me with this project. He's a good guy. We get into arguments. We get into some arguments as well. But he did me a great service. He did me a great service by leading me in the right direction and helping me with with the book, and I'm grateful for that. Now, you already know that when we met you and all that, met you and Paul. I mean, I didn't. When I met you and Paul, you know what happened. I thought you were a troll.
Yeah, but this is different.
I thought you were a troll, and I was not going to have none of it. But then you were persistent, and you tried to, be kind and all that to help me. So I don't know. I mean,
I'm just telling you, there's just some weird things,
Listen, there's a lot of weird things. And I'm tired. This the other day, I was thinking to myself, okay, what have I done wrong in my life? I mean, is God trying to tell me that, he wants me to be he wants me to be a devout Christian? I don't know. Maybe God's trying to give me a message. I don't know.
There's just some signs that I'm telling you.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. Because I do something, I attract this. I do some funny stuff. I attract these kind of people. Maybe by some hook or nook, actually God is trying to intervene. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a crazy person, but maybe God is trying to intervene to tell me that he wants to get me away from these people. And maybe it's good for me to lose these contacts and start fresh. I don't know.
George, these people are always going to keep doing this. It seems like.
I understand that. I get that loud and clear. I'm talking about even the people in my camp. I don't know who and what, because just when I think I know something, I really don't know nothing. But I'm not going to sit around and worry about it. I'm going to live my life, and I'm not going to live in fear.
I'm not telling you to live in fear. I'm just telling you, just be careful. I mean, if I see something weird about somebody, I'll tell you.
I know that, I took martial arts. I'm very fast in what I do. I don't give a damn about this guy being an M&A, whatever. I don't give a damn about that, I don't give a damn about this guy being an M&A fighter.
That's a whole other concern for your safety.
Arts. I was a blue belt, and I'm have fast reflexes. Now, I have an ailment that I'm working on, trying to get my leg back, and then, I'll be fine. Just so much drama. So much fucking drama. I want to be left, to a point where I want to be left the fuck alone.
Well,
I want to be left the fuck alone from these people. And from everybody. Because it seems like I get no rest.
Well, don't you think that you sometimes need to know what's going on in case something happens?
Yes. But goddamn, it's just like every fucking day.
I know.
Every fucking day.
There's just so many people now, George. There's always new things going on.
But I'm not going to succumb to it. I'm not going to. I have that's not in my DNA. I'm not going to succumb to it. I'm not going to fall prey to it. Because I'm the kind of person that will fight. And I will fight tooth and nail for what I believe in. And if you haven't known that by now, then you really need to know. But I just don't. I want a little peace. What I like is a little peace and quiet.
Well,
maybe I need to change my identity. Maybe I need to change my name, change my identity, change where I live.
And where would you go?
I don't know. Don't know.
And how would you get there?
Huh?
I said, how would you get there, though? I mean, that's just
I got a vehicle. I got a vehicle. I can rent a car. I got a vehicle,
I don't know, George. I think there's some signs that you need to be wary of when it comes to him, though. And Eugene's going to do probably...
Okay, first of all, his name is Anthony, and that's what I call him by. He's a fake. He's a fraud. His name is Anthony. Ain't Eugene, it's Anthony. Now, that's fine. If you want to call me Eugene, that's fine. But I know him by his real name, Anthony. He's a piece of scum, and I will address his identity. And every time I address him, I will address him by his real name. To let him know that if he didn't want his real name broadcast, then he should have left me the fuck alone. And that was in so many words that I said, you didn't want your identity shown, and we pulled the mask off your face, then you should have left me the fuck alone months ago. But no, so that's why, I teased him a little bit, and then he dropped the last name. Okay, well, great. Then I'll drop his address. See how he likes that.
Well, he said he's possibly going to do a live stream about Casey.
Well, you know what? That's a mistake. because Casey listens to this. Casey listens to this shit. And Casey will know exactly what's going on. And I don't believe...
He probably already will when he's getting all these comments.
Well, Casey is not a man... Casey's got money. Casey's well-to-do. He's got money. He's not a man to fuck with.
George, Marty has money, too.
I don't give a damn what Marty's got. Marty's a fraud. Marty's a fictionary character. He doesn't even know how to... He doesn't want to use his name either. He doesn't even show his face. See? You don't... Well, at least Anthony was forced to. Anthony was forced to. Marty doesn't even want to show his face. I wonder why. Well, you don't show your face, you're fictional, as far as I'm concerned. Hell, I mean, because, that could be anybody. That could be, it could be almost anybody.
Doesn't mean he hasn't paid people before, George.
Yeah, I don't give a damn what he's paid. If he's so goddamn big and bad, then he needs to show his face. He's so fucking big and bad, he needs to show his fucking face. Because then he has no credibility. He has no credibility. I mean, okay, well, whatever. Your money laundering is what you're doing. Where's this money coming from? Coming off your Bitcoin winnings, or is it coming from your mercenary activity overseas? He's a mercenary, supposedly. I don't give a goddamn what he is. See, Phyllis, what you don't know about me is I'm not afraid. I don't scare. You understand? If I get my ass kicked, I get my ass kicked. I'm not afraid. I don't scare. Get my ass kicked. It'll take a great man to do that. I can handle myself. I can take care of myself, even with my ailment.
Yeah, George, so that's the thing. I don't think you think about, you're at a stage in life where you probably shouldn't be doing that.
Well, I can handle myself. I can still handle myself.
Especially
like the
if you have a leg issue as well.
Still the same. That's why. I'm still the man. Still the man. Yes, I'm doing things right now to try to get that taken care of.
What have you been doing for that?
I'm not going to look for it, but I ain't going to back down. I'll tell you that for a fact.
Well, if this whole GoonCon thing, when it happens and that guy wants to fight you, then you need to, he's no joke, George.
Which one are you talking about? You mean Tyler?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's... We can set that bitch up. He wants to be a badass. Well, let's see how much of a badass he is in cuffs. We can set that motherfucker up, and I wouldn't even have to sweat an eyebrow. Lock his ass, get him, making the threat. If he makes some threats, and I'll have him lay the first punch. I don't even break a sweat. He lays the first punch. He goes in handcuffs for assault.
George, he could actually really hurt you.
Okay, you can say that till the cows come home, and what I'm saying is, he lays the first punch, he gets put in cuffs. That's how that plays out. I'm going to defend myself. I'm not going to look for it, but I will definitely defend myself and take care of business if I have to. I'm not intimidated by that little punk. He might be a muscle bound and all that. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't take much to kick the man in the nuts. It doesn't take much to kick the man in the face and put his face in a sleeper hole, which I can do that. I can put his ass permanently asleep. Now, he might have youth behind him. He might have a little bit more power behind him because he's been working out. But, again, I know what I'm capable of doing. I know what I'm capable of doing. I know what I can't do. Now, if he wants to badass, we set his ass up. He comes out my way. He throws the first punch. Henrico's right there. Lock his ass up and put him in handcuffs. Hasta fiesta, baby. Who's next?
Well, George, something else that I saw earlier on Discord, Dr. Amir was talking.
I don't give a damn about that worm.
Well, you probably want to know this, George, so just listen. He said he's going to call in on the radio station next Thursday to talk about you and trolling with Roger and Ron.
Guess what?
Kevin,
they're trying to get a hold of Kevin to come on next Thursday. And I told Kevin that Roger is in control of what's going on down there.
Yeah, Eugene and
Kevin is friends. Hold on. Kevin is friends with that same old man that does that show with Roger. So Kevin has already made contact with that guy and told him what time it is. So he can do whatever he wants to do, but, so they're trying to get Kevin to appear there, and the good thing I told Kevin what they were trying to do. But, it's all right. They can do whatever they want to do. That signal of that radio station is not that great, and it's not a great signal. And it's on the opposite side of town. So who gives a fuck what they're going to say?
Well, I mean, all of the trolls are probably going to get access to it, and who knows what they can do.
You know what? That's what they've been wanting to do, and because of Roger's mental capacity, they're able to do it now. They're able to control Roger's mind and his mental capacity. I know one goddamn thing. Roger better not be in my same zip code, or Roger better not be in my same general vicinity, because I told Watt. I said, if I see him, I'm going to punch him out. I said, you know what? I said, you might think it's all fun and games, but I will punch him out. If I see the motherfucker, if he's around you, you best not be around. You better not want me around. Because if I see him, I'm going to punch his ass out. Now, I'm not worried about him.
Well, especially though, because
listen, Phyllis, look, I understand you're telling me this stuff, and that's fine. You're telling me this stuff, but tell me, and whatever. Now, my question is, I've already told you and Chad what I'm trying to get accomplished. Now, I know that Chad, that's a legitimate question. And I'm not, I don't know if he can. I don't know if he can do anything.
I didn't hear you, George. You broke out. What did you say?
I said, what can Mr. Chad do that the police can't do? That's my question. Chad has got a general synopsis of what's going on. So what can Mr. Chad do that the police can't do? And if he can, then we need to reconvene soon, and we need to start getting the ball rolling.
I know. I'll talk to him, George. We just got in that argument, so I've been,
Okay. I mean, I'm sure that's a temporary situation.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't really talked to him about that. Been trying to...
Well, right. I understand. But see, look, this is my sanity on the line here, all right? And my sanity is on the line. So I'm going to do everything I have to do to, do what I've got to do, pretty much. You see what I'm saying? All right. Hold on a second. Hold on. How you doing? All right. You got 2 pieces? Let me see what you got here. Hold on. Let's see. You got filling, right? Okay. You got a piece, probably some breadsticks or 2 pieces. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. You got it?
Yep. Thank you.
All right. All right, Phyllis, hold on 1 second. All right, it's kind of dark. All right, so what was I saying?
Talking about Chad.
Yeah. So, by all means, if he can, I'm all for it. But, if everything is because of your relationship with him, and if that breaks up, and then, so like if you all break up or there's a problem, and then he's not able to, do it because of that. I don't know.
No, George, it's not like we fought that bad. It was just an argument.
Right, but so let me ask you. Okay, so he's doing this because of you, right?
Yeah, and then once you told him about all of it, he was really disgusted. Because he started looking into all of it, himself. Took a lot of notes.
Right,
and
but
such.
okay, and it's all good intentions.
Yeah.
And being disgusted and being upset about it, that's all good. Anybody would be. But he might have connections and he might have a lot of wherewithal, but at the end of the day, he might not be able to do anything. Even with all of that, he might still not be able to do anything. So what I'm trying to say is, this is my last resort. This is my last legal resort. But if it is legal, I don't know. Maybe it's not legal. I don't know. I don't care at this point. You get what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, George. Here's the thing. I can talk to him. It's just this past weekend, you know how I told you I was busy because it was kind of a holiday weekend, and then...
Okay, Well, yeah, Halloween, yeah. Some people call it a holiday. It's a fun day. No, it's not really a holiday, but then I guess if it's a fun day.
We had a lot of parties this past weekend, George.
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, I wish my life was a party, but unfortunately, it's not. I wish every day was a party, but unfortunately, it's reality.
I mean, every day's not really a party for anybody, George.
Yeah. Well,
let me talk to him since we are good now, and maybe we can.
Listen. How am I going to say this? I need you to understand. If you haven't understand already, I need you to understand that my sanity means the world to me. My sanity and my mental health is number one in my mind. It means the world to me. We're not, you're not Jesus. He's not Jesus. I'm not. We're not soothsayers that can see things, and Superman and Batman, and we save the world and all that from evil people. But at the end of the day, we need to come to talk about an end game that can be done. It might not be done directly toward the main culprit, but some kind of end game that would fucking send the rest of these bitches a message. And it seems like the only thing at the moment that I can do is start that cease and desist letter toward Anthony. Give old Anthony a cease and desist letter. Mm-hmm. Start the lawsuit against him. What I want to do is get it against Marklin, Martine, and Angela. Marklin, Martine, Angela, and Anthony. Anthony himself. Now, again, and you know what? I haven't even had shit. I keep forgetting this shit. I got to talk to the other agents.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do, George. The one in the U.S.
It's so much shit. There's so much shit that, you forget things because it's too much shit going on.
And you still need to talk to the agent in the U.S., right?
Talk to who?
The agent that's in the U.S., you can get a hold of him?
The one that I talked to, or it was an email through the one in London. Mm-hmm. And he talked to it only briefly. He said, you need to, we don't know what you're talking about, but we don't handle this, or you need to talk to this guy. Haven't had a chance to even do much with that. I'm overloaded, okay? And then when I do start this job in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be double overloaded.
When does that start?
I'm going to accept the job, yes.
When do you start?
Probably in a couple of weeks, probably the week before Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice, George.
I don't know. It's what I'm being told. At an interview this morning, there's certain things about it I like. There's certain things about it I don't like.
What do you not like?
Well, it's a long. We can talk about that at a later time. I don't even know if it's going to manifest itself. The guy told me that basically he has two other people he wants to talk to, but he says that that my background looks suffice, and what he's looking for are people that are trainable. And I get paid a salary and commission through training, and then some of that money can go toward my social. So in another 10, 15 years down the road where I'm on the verge of retiring, I have some money in the social for the government.
That's some good news, George.
Good news, yes, but I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But if that materializes, then it'll be happening in 2 weeks, and then I can then concentrate on getting a place to live.
That'll be a lot better, George.
Back together.
Well, I know what you mean, but at least on top of some of this negative stuff, you have that, to look forward to.
I have this girl that's in my ear, and she says, "Turn into Jesus, turn your life to Jesus," and all that. And I want to do that. I think that might, people think I'm crazy when I say that, but no, I need to turn my life to Jesus and ask for Him to help me.
What woman?
It's a woman that you don't know that is trying to get me to turn my life around, or I'm not the change, but just to get, on path of rebuilding my relationship with God.
I saw you posted about that on,
I did.
Yeah. By the way, George, I'm still blocked from the group thing.
Hold on, I don't know what's going on with that, because I need to hold off on that. Hold on a second, because I don't know. Are you blocked on Facebook?
Hold on. Let's see. 1 sec. I mean, I'm still blocked from the group, but I can see, but me and you are friends.
Okay. We're friends, right?
I think so, yeah.
Hold on. I will say I am a little bit miffed by why Casey hasn't contacted me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just told you that just because I thought that was a little weird myself.
Yeah, he hasn't contacted me, so I'm a little bit miffed by that.
Yeah, that is weird, George.
I don't know. It's crazy. That's crazy to me why he hasn't responded. He's usually on there poking me about my Cowboys. He's usually saying something about my Cowboys, poking me. But of course, the Cowboys have a bye week, but he's not saying anything. Not saying nothing. So that concerns me a little bit.
Well, just be mindful of.
No, I don't. You see what I'm saying is, everybody's pointing. It's like that song. Everybody's talking at me. I don't care a word they're saying. Only the echoes of my mind. That song plays in my head.
Not sure I know that one.
Huh?
I don't think I know that song.
Google the title. Everybody's talking at me, and you'll know the song I'm talking about. Urban Cowboy, or not Urban Cowboy, but Cowboy. It's a cowboy. What the hell is it? Well, even that quack Dr. Mir was talking about it, which makes no sense. But anyway, he's not a doctor, by the way.
Did you unblock me from that other thing?
I've unblocked you. The group I haven't yet because I haven't had the chance. I'm going to have to do that.
That might be.
You're unblocked, low, as far as talking to me on YouTube on Facebook.
Hang on, because it's still not.
I'm not really sure because it should show something.
Yeah, so that's weird. I still can't.
Give me a second here. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'm at Hooters doing an order here, so give me 1 second. Hey, what's up? We have a DoorDash for Jasmine. Oh. Thanks. All right, Phyllis, give me 1 second. Huh? Is it one bag? Is it one bag?
Just one bag.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
All right, thank you much. Is that it? Okay. All right, thank you. Okay. What was I saying to you?
I don't know. It's weird about Facebook. I have no idea. Maybe you're right. Maybe
I don't know. It's probably a 24-hour period because I just did it last night, so they probably figure, well, maybe we have to wait 24 hours or blah 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 blah. I don't know.
Well,
right, but do you understand what when I tell you though I'm overloaded? I'm overloaded. You understand that? So I might not be doing something or whatever. Or I might come off in the crowd. But you understand I'm overloaded. I'm overwhelmed by all this crap happening at once. Just too much drama.
No, I get it because
So you understand that, right?
Yeah, because every day I see something new on Discord. So yeah, I get it.
Well, I know. So, see, I tried to ignore it, and I just couldn't. I couldn't because the Roger thing made me come out. I said I wasn't going to do any more, right? Wasn't going to respond to them. The Roger thing, made me come out and respond. And this whole shit about this Christy Knuebels person that he dictated about calling me this, that, and the other. You know that whole story, right? That the lady that does the podcast that Roger was on.
Oh, yeah.
how he dictated to her that I'm a rapist, and how what he said about Roger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what he said about Roger at this point. But doing all that shit.
Right.
And then so I had to address that because that's been burning me up also. And then to let him know that he doesn't want to be doxxed. Well, if you don't want to be doxxed, then you need to keep your mouth shut. You don't want to be doxxed? You need to keep your mouth shut about other people.
And also the thing with Roger was just ridiculous, So I don't blame you for coming out with a video.
Yeah. This asshole in front of me has got a big fucking truck and a big fucking thing that he's carrying with the truck. Cuts right in front of me, that son of a bitch. I hate people like that. I like to fucking take a crowbar to them. Guy cuts right in front of me. I gotta get this order because I know that guy out of the car. I fucking want to take a crowbar to his goddamn fucking skull. I get a lot of road rage too. I get angry because there's a lot of stupid people out here. What do you say about Roger?
I said it's good that I agree that you came out with a video because that whole thing was just ridiculous. Third time, Yeah.
Well, everybody. Kevin Ellis, Kevin Kravitz, Casey, everybody, with the exception of Watt, told me he's going to flip. He's going to flip.
I would like to be included in that list.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you, George.
Everybody. ACU, both said he's going to flip.
Roger's an idiot, George.
Yeah, he's big. He's special.
Yeah. Tell me about it. You barely
Was
listen to
the one
him
that
talk.
said, no, he's all, but, whatever. And he threw Watt under the bus. He threw Watt under the bus.
It's messed up, George.
Huh?
I said it's messed up.
So, that speaks in volumes.
Well, George, listen, I'm going to finish up some work for tomorrow on the computer.
What's tomorrow, Friday? Yeah, tomorrow's Friday, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, what is over the first week of November? God damn it.
Already, George. Before you know it, it'll be Thanksgiving.
But I need you to do you understand? Are we under an understanding that if I go off, I'm not going off at you? Do you understand that?
I know. I was having a bad day.
I'm just kind of like how you were yesterday. You were about ready to. You were in a foul mood yesterday, and I took it as what the hell. So human people take things out on other people that sometimes they do. It's not because you want to. It's just because everybody's got anger. Everybody's got. I've got a lot of anger. I got a quick temper, and I guess you do too.
Yeah, I do.
But you understand what I'm saying, so then you understand what I'm saying, then, right?
Yeah, I understand, George.
You're passionate. You don't like stupid people, and you're passionate, and you believe that people, and you try to be nice, but you're not gonna, But yeah, I tried the golden rule too, to be nice. But if someone attacks me, someone gets flipped with me, I'm gonna, So you see what I'm saying? When you get two of the same kind, two of the same people, then it even gets more intense.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. I'm on the same page, George. I hear you.
So, we did it. Actually, Kevin. Hey, by the way, Kevin and I did a show Tuesday night. I haven't put it up yet.
Oh, cool.
It's Tuesday. I'm Dr. Vigori's Vigorate Semen.
Wow, nice, George.
Yeah, we did a show. Yeah, we did a show Tuesday night. I was doing I said, I am the German gyno. Also Chino and a wino.
When are you putting it up?
I got to do some editing to it, though.
I gotcha.
Kevin said some stuff that I don't want repeated. So.
Well, George, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna finish up this work, and hopefully Messenger.
So what's up? So you haven't talked to Paul? What's going on with that?
I did talk to him a little bit the other day.
Talked to Paul the other day. Okay, so what's up with that? What's going on with that? He's kind of like out of circulation or something, huh?
He's calmed down on drinking.
Yeah, they were on.
Kind of. Not really. A little bit.
Well,
I don't know. I haven't been hanging out with him, though.
You haven't hang out? Well, now you haven't at all.
Nah. I needed a long break from him.
Right.
Just got to be I felt like a babysitter when I went over there with him, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, were you like a second mother to his kid?
No.
You were a second mother to his kid?
He didn't always, his kid wasn't always over there.
No, I was there. Okay.
No. The ex usually had it. I mean, the kid was sometimes, but not.
Had it. You said it had it.
Well, you know.
Had it, huh?
I didn't pay attention. I don't know.
Okay. So yeah.
It's a boy, though.
That's a boy. I got you.
I don't know why I said it. I didn't really.
You say like when Frankenstein says,
yeah.
"It's alive."
I didn't really mean it like that, but.
Huh?
I said I didn't really mean it like that, but you know.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that's what Frankenstein said when he created, or the doctor of the mad scientist when he created Frankenstein. Yeah, and it arose. Anyway.
All right, well, George, I'm gonna finish up this stuff, and hopefully Messenger will be back up tomorrow. We'll figure that out. I'll text you if it's still not working.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. That's right.
Let me know about the fan club and stuff. Maybe that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm a little bit miffed. I don't know why Casey hasn't responded back to me. That just makes no sense.
Yeah, let me know if he answers you.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. You'll be one of the first people to know.
All right. We'll talk tomorrow.
All right, bye.
Bye.